G'day, it's Pete here and I'm back for my Day 8 report from the World Championships. The qualifying stage is over. Let's check out how our teams did and which teams actually made the knockouts. So we'll jump in and have a look. In the Bermuda Bowl, after one match today, New Zealand had a good win. They won by 22 imps over Italy and snuck into the top 8. Unfortunately, there was one match left to go, and when the final bell rang, they had another win. They won against Netherlands, who were ahead of them, so it was a good result, but they got jumped by Italy and finished in an unfortunate 9th spot. Also in the open field, Australia finished 12th. Then if we look at the Venice Cup, the Australian women's had the grudge match against New Zealand and they won by 11 imps. Overall, Australia finished 19th here and New Zealand finished 16th. In the seniors, Australia had a good day today. They beat Sweden by 11 and Hong Kong by 25 to get up to 13th spot. And the New Zealand seniors had a tough event. They finished in 23rd. In the mixed teams, New Zealand beat India and they also beat Morocco. So they beat both of them by 11 and finished up in 20th. And Australia beat Russia, who was another top 8 finisher, beating them by 7. So Australia finished in 16th spot and New Zealand finished in 20th. So for the quarters, in the Open, it's USA 1 versus England, China versus Poland, Norway versus Italy, and Sweden versus Netherlands in the open field. They're the top 8. And then in the Venice Cup, the women's, China versus Japan, Norway versus Netherlands, USA 1 versus Sweden, and Poland versus England. In the seniors here, we've got USA 2 versus Netherlands, England versus China, France versus Denmark, and India versus Chinese Taipei. And then finally, in the mixed, we have England versus Latvia, and China versus USA 1, Russia versus France, and USA 2 versus Romania. So here I'm rooting for England in the mixed, largely because one of the players, Fiona Brown, she is Australian. So we have one last Australian that made the top 8. They also topped the qualifying, so they're my hot pick for who I want to win the mixed there. And then the final thing I wanted to touch on is just the win-loss rate for all the teams. So in the Open, the New Zealand Open team had the best win-loss record with 15 and 8 losses, and the Aussie Open had 13 wins and 10 losses. In the seniors, the Australian Open had 13 wins and 10 losses, and New Zealand had 6 wins and 17 losses. In the women's, the Aussie women's had 9 wins, 1 draw, and 13 losses, and New Zealand had 9 wins and 14 losses. In the mixed, Australian mixed had 14 wins and 9 losses. This was the second best win-loss record, but not the second best overall finishing spot. But 14 wins was a great result there. We just needed to make sure our losses were a little bit less, but 14 wins, I was very happy with that. And New Zealand had 7 wins and 16 losses. Anyway, that's it from Day 8 and the qualifying. I'll try and keep you up to date with how the knockouts are going. The transnationals have just started, and there are lots of teams in the transnationals that you can try and follow. So we've got lots of Australian teams and New Zealand teams entered in there, so you can get to the transnationals for the running scores up there, and we'll see how all our teams are going in that. Anyway, thanks all for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.